Well, here we go now. An FWA British Heavyweight title defense, a three-way matchup featuring the anarchist Doug Williams, who was of course the previous FWA champion. Lost the belt thanks to interference with Old Permanent British Uprising 3. Shane has held the belt ever since.
And the opponent,
the second challenger, a man who has been a perpetual thorn in the side of the show since winning that belt, the Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm.
the Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm.
Storm there without the XPW European title briefcase. He seems to have been adopted by his namesake Jackson. We saw that in the dark match earlier. Storm with a slightly more serious outlook on life. And he took Alex Shane to the limit in New Frontiers. Indeed, it appeared to all intents and purposes that we had a new FWA champion. It was the match which we thought was a one-fall contest. Apparently, due to some contractual wranglings on the part of the show stealer Alex Shane,
And finally,
did end up going 3 falls. Storm, of course, pinned the show stealer 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. We thought the matchup was over, and it turned out Shane hadn't signed the contract to bring the new ruling into effect. The matchup continued, and Shane retained the belt. But for many moments, fans here believed that Jonny Storm had finally reached his destiny of becoming the FWA British Heavyweight Champion. And indeed, so convinced were the FWA management team of his performance that they granted Storm this opportunity, the second opportunity to wrestle the show stealer for the belt, this time in a three-way match with former champion anarchist Doug Williams. The show stealer Alex Shane never short of confidence to begin with. He's really come on leaps and bounds since winning the belt. He feels that this championship defines him as a wrestler. And indeed, it should do. It means that he is the best wrestler in the country. The best wrestler in the FWA. The belt has been defended in Japan, in the USA, throughout the country. Alex Shane holding that belt means that he is one of the best wrestlers wrestling today. But it also means that he is a marked man.
ladies and gentlemen, this match is set for 1 fall with a 1 hour time limit. The rules are as follows. All 3 men will start in the ring at the same time. The winner will be the man who scores a pinfall or submission over one of the other wrestlers. This therefore means that Alex Shane does not necessarily have to be pinned to lose the championship. Introducing first, to my left, the challenger from Maidstone, Kent. He is the former FWA British Heavyweight Champion, the anarchist, Doug Williams.
Doug Williams still very popular indeed with the crowd here in the FWA.
And to my right, from Harlow and Essex, he is the Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm.
That very few men can compete with the Wonder Kid in terms of popularity.
And finally, he's the current and reigning BCW Scottish Heavyweight Champion. He is also the current and reigning GPW Northwest Heavyweight Champion. He is the current and reigning OPWO Heavyweight Champion. He is also the current and reigning Ramwar Southern Area Heavyweight Champion. And he is your current and reigning FWA British Heavyweight Champion, the Show Stealer, Alex Shane!
Well, that is very impressive indeed. Nonetheless, not endearing himself to the fans here at Broxbourne.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Shane has requested that you please stand to your feet for the singing of the national anthem.
Don't get me wrong, the Broxbourne fans as patriotic as any other in the country. However, they refuse to be drawn into the machinations of the show stealer Alex Shane. And indeed, it's rare that a crowd are encouraged to sing the national anthem with the use of the F word, for which I can only apologise. Referee Steve Linsky showing the belt around. That's what this match is for. The FWA British Heavyweight Championship. Shane holds it, Williams has held it, and Storm would dearly love to hold it. The referees check all three men for foreign objects. They're clean till the match starts. And unsurprisingly, both men turn to the show stealer. And it's not often in a championship match that you find the champion at a disadvantage, but here he is for several reasons, not the least of which being, as we heard in the introductions, that the champion does not have to be pinned to lose the match. But also, what with it being a three-way matchup, he is at a double disadvantage because of course, both men want to pick the pin. That said, it could well play to his advantage as well, because neither of his opponents want to let the other man get the cover. And if they turn to infighting as they are at the moment, then Shane just might be able to steal a victory and indeed sit back and let them destroy each other. Williams holding down the rope. Shane goes to the outside, and now Jonny Storm signalling that he's going to join him over the top. Great stop! Goodness gracious, Jonny Storm over the top rope, landing hard on the show stealer. Storm now back in the ring. Wrestling the anarchist Doug Williams. Williams twisting the ankle and bending the knee. Storm with a nice kick to the back. Williams not relinquishing the hold. And as we all know, Williams absolutely perhaps the soundest technical wrestler in the country. Storm is a great high flyer. Very competent grappler indeed, one of the best. But for pure scientific wrestling skills, there are very few who can compare to the anarchist Doug Williams. I'm concerned about the show stealer. Alex Shane does not appear to have moved since Jonny Storm flew over the top rope and landed on him, sending him crashing back first to the steel railings. There the show stealer is. He is breathing heavily. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Williams having his way with Jonny Storm. Storm chopping the nipple, trying to break out of the hold. Williams takes the arms away from Storm. Williams is a scientific master. Whips Storm out of the ropes, into the corner. Storm saw it coming, got the leg up, goes over the top of the cover. Two! Reversal, again another cover. Just gets the two, now Storm on top. A series of very near falls in the early going to this contest. We see why this matchup does not favour the show stealer at all, as Shane is on the outside of the ring, while two men who are not the champion fight for the belt. Storm now going for the sunset flip, rolls Williams over. Both men with the cover. And again, Linsky counting both men down and both men with a shoulder up at the same time. Very unique pinning combination. Shane finally making his way back into the ring, gets taken out instantly with a shot to the face. And again, both men stamping the feet of Alex Shane before turning back to each other. Shane's had enough. Knocks the two challengers down with a double clothesline. Shane really needs to start wrestling like the champion if he wants to retain this belt. Jonny Storm now on the ring apron. Booted to the outside by Shane. Williams comes over for the show stealer. Catches a neck breaker for his troubles. Shane now with a cover, hooks the leg, and here we go. It's the 2 count. Another cover. And another 2 count again. As Doug Williams kicks out. Alex Shane now wrestling the man he beat for the belt at British Uprising 3 at the Coventry Sky Dome. And if it wasn't for the botched interference of the returning Ulf Herman, and Doug Williams may still be the FWA British Heavyweight Champion. In fact, we haven't seen Ulf Herman since Uprising 3, and I would be interested to see. Oh my goodness, the 619 there from Jonny Storm. As I said, we haven't seen much of Ulf Herman since Uprising 3, and when we have seen it, despite the fact that he teamed with the Anarchist Doug Williams, they did not seem to be on the same page for the entirety of that contest. And indeed, Williams finding it very hard to trust the man who, albeit inadvertently, cost him his most prized possession, that being the FWA British Heavyweight Championship. Nonetheless, the show stealer Alex Shane took the advantage afforded to him, and he has been a fighting champion wrestling across the country, and indeed in a number of promotions, putting the belt on the line. Storm again to the outside. And Williams trying to drag the show stealer out with them. Succeeds with a nice uppercut. Here comes Jonny Storm with a kick to the midsection, and I think Williams got the brunt of that. And as you can see, I believe the back of his head hit hard on the steel railings, and that might need to be checked out. That does not look good for the Anarchist Doug Williams. Stealing to flesh just does not go. Nonetheless, Storm plays the advantage. Great move by the Wonder Kid, back to his feet. Shane trapped in the corner. Storm with the forearm, and I think we've seen this move already. He's got him in the headlock. Some nice kicks. And the knee to the face. Very few men can wrestle as fast-paced a match as Jonny Storm. Storm with a cover, that could have been enough. Shane has got those long arms, and he was able to reach to the bottom rope and break the pinfall. And referee Steve Linsky, the senior official in the FWA, was in a good position, and he saw that. Storm catching himself, lands on his feet. Now the Anarchist finally trying to crawl back into the ring. But he was very lucky to avoid permanent injury when the back of his head landed hard on the steel railings just moments ago. Shane now with the abdominal stretch, and he was using the top rope there to gain extra leverage. That's an illegal maneuver, the referee didn't spot it. Shane also using his elbow. Oh, and now the Anarchist back in the fray of things. And we have got a nice three-way move here. Storm and Williams once again back on the same page, but not for long. It's really every man for himself here. Williams takes Storm down. Storm ducks. And a high knee to the show stealer. Alex Shane once again back on the outside. And I'm getting a sense of deja vu. I think Doug Williams saw that coming, and this time Williams not complicit in Storm's plans. And Williams now with a cover. But again, just the 2 count, not enough to keep Johnny Storm down. And the Anarchist is going to have to try harder than that. If he wants to recapture the belt that means so much to him, the series of knees off the bottom rope might be enough to do it. The cover comes now. 1, 2. But the show stealer, but the Wonder Kid kicks out. Johnny Storm there kicking out. And the show stealer is in trouble. It looks like he may have re-aggravated that back injury that kept him out of the sport for over a year. Indeed, if the show stealer has an Achilles heel, it's his neck, which was severely weakened, and of course, the spine. Johnny Storm impressing the Anarchist Doug Williams, nonetheless gets caught in a waistlock, charged into the ropes. Williams rolls over. I'm not even going to see the chaos theory. Johnny Storm had that move well scouted, it moves it into a DDT of his own, gets the cover. And if we had seen the chaos theory, I've got no doubt in my mind that we would have a new FWA British Heavyweight Champion. As it stands, the 2 challengers lying in the ring and our FWA Champion lying in considerable pain on the outside. If this had been a regular matchup, then the champion would have lost by count-out some time ago. Williams reverses Storm into the turnbuckles. And now Shane lands hard on his back. Storm on the top ropes. Williams with the cover. Gets the 2 count. Show stealer kicks out. Storm unable to capitalise. I thought he was going to come off the top ropes. The 2 groggy from the earlier punishment he took from Doug Williams. Now Williams looks like he's got him caught. Attempting the superplex. Storm certainly didn't want to suffer that. Storm now on the top rope. Williams just behind him. And if he hits this, then we are in trouble. And my goodness me! Alex Shane suplexing Doug Williams and Johnny Storm off the ropes. And that is one of the most impressive things I've seen in professional wrestling in my life. Good grief. Alex Shane just suplexed both challengers off the turnbuckles. Storm clearly had the furthest to fall, but that move took a lot out of all 3 men. And that move would have turned the tide around this contest, indeed. Shane now the first back up to his knees. Picks up the shows, picks up Johnny Storm, goes for his trademark finishing move, the one night stand. Storm saw that coming. Storm has got to avoid these moves. Here we go. Cover 1, 2. Oh my goodness, I thought it was all over. That should have been it. Somehow Storm finding it within him to kick out. Doug Williams now on top of the show stealer. Trying the same trick on Alex Shane. Again, just the 2 count. And Doug Williams wondering what it'll take to keep either man down here in this contest. This has really been a back and forth matchup, and I wouldn't be surprised whichever man won. Storm now on top of the cover over Williams, just the 2 count, and this is a great contest. This is a great contest. Will Alex Shane retain? Will we have a new FWA British Heavyweight Champion? Fans appear to be getting behind the Wonder Kid. They would love to see Johnny Storm, the FWA British Heavyweight Champion. Storm would be going for his Wonderwell move. That was the move that beat Alex Shane earlier at New Frontiers. Nonetheless, 1, 2. That pinned Alex Shane, and we thought we had a new champion. That was months ago at New Frontiers. We're here now at Crunch 2005. Storm's got a second shot at the gold. Williams now with a big knee. Bomb scare knee drop. Looks to be coming now as Williams coming off the top rope. Jonny Storm one step behind. And we'll see the cover. That's it. We've got a new FWA champion. Were it not for the show stealer, Alex Shane.
2.
This match has taken so much out of all three competitors. We've seen what a worthy champion Alex Shane is. We have seen what great challengers, what great contenders Jonny Storm and Doug Williams are. And I would say no matter who wins, either of these two men should both automatically become #1 contenders after this contest. And now Jonny Storm finds himself in a very compromising position atop Alex Shane's shoulders. Williams is on the top turnbuckle. And my goodness me. My goodness me, that has got to be all. Surely whoever Alex Shane chooses to cover now, it's his for the pickings. All three men have given their all, and it shows what a healthy state the FWA main event scene is in. Any one of these three men would be creditable, reputable FWA champions. The crowd certainly appear to have adopted Jonny Storm as their favourite. I'm sure they'd be delighted if the Anarchist retained the belt. And indeed, Alex Shane has certainly proven himself to be a fighting champion. That has got to be it. Help with the leg. 1, 2. And somehow, Doug Williams picks out again. And that's got to be all now. We see it finally. Jonny Storm hits his move. 1, 2. And again, the show stealer kicking out. So much on the line. So much at stake. And that's it, the Chaos Theory, the bridging combination. 2, 3. And I thought we had a new FWA British Heavyweight Champion. We have seen the Wonder Wall from Jonny Storm. We have seen the Chaos Theory from the Anarchist, Doug Williams. We have seen the One Night Stand from Alex Shane. Men have kicked out of each move. The big knee there from Doug Williams, and now I don't know what is coming next. Williams going to the top rope. Jonny Storm comes off the rope, launches Williams inadvertently. Storm doesn't land well. Storm rolls to the outside. Williams gets caught with the boot. Shane with the cover. 1, 2. And Doug Williams kicks out again. Shane is livid. Shane now picking up Williams. Here we go. One man stand. 1, 2, 3. And Alex Shane retains the FWA British Heavyweight Championship in one of the most hardcore bouts I have ever seen here at the FWA in the Broxbourne Civic Hall. And what a great contest here at Crunch 2005. We saw each man hit their finishing manoeuvre. Each man kicked out of someone else's finishing manoeuvre. In the end, it just came down to Alex Shane, the Anarchist Doug Williams. Storm was on the outside. Shane hit his one night stand for the second time. Doug Williams is covered. 1, 2, 3. There is nothing he can do. Nowhere he can go. Storm unable to break the pin. Shane regains the title. But the story here is what a great matchup that was. And I would say the Anarchist has got to be next in line for a shot. And Jonny Storm not far behind him. Well, congratulations to the show stealer Alex Shane for retaining the championship belt there. Doug Williams not best pleased about what happened. Jonny Storm explaining why he was unable to break up the cover previously. Well, of course, Doug Williams got crotched on the top turnbuckle inadvertently by Storm. Clearly it was an accident from our vantage point. I'm not sure that Doug Williams feels the same way. Two men now squaring off. Storm trying to explain it was an accident. He didn't mean to post him on the ring post. Didn't mean to crotch him, and finally, thank goodness, the two men shake hands. They might not be the best of friends, but they're certainly on the same page a lot. And it would be a shame to see these two men fall out, particularly after such a hard-hitting contest where both men proved each other to be very much amongst the best in the FWA. And the fans very solidly indeed behind their favourite here for this contest, the Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for tonight's main event.